Aggie, what a season it's been after winning the treble with Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I think obviously we finish the season and then you come straight into camp, so you don't really ever take a moment to kind of think back and look what we've done. But yeah, it's an incredible achievement. I think for myself, I look back now and I think as a 10, 11-year-old kid playing at Chelsea Academy, and to say that I've helped contribute to win a treble for me is a season that I'll definitely remember, and something that I'm extremely proud of for myself and as the team collectively.
Chelsea became the first WSL side to finish a 22-game season unbeaten, which is incredible. Where does that rank amongst what you've achieved this year?
Yeah, I think it's so impressive, if I'm honest. I think obviously unrivalled domestically as well is an incredible achievement, and I think for us, if I remember correctly, I think Sonia put it on the board when we played Liverpool last day of the season. She said, "It's your chance to make history today, girls." And I know for me, I was there kind of just like itching to go for it, because I just think, for me, I love playing against Liverpool. I think being on loan at Everton as well. So to me, I know the rivalry there. But yeah, it's an incredible stat, something we're extremely proud of. And I think Lucy actually said in an interview once that the unbeaten was an incredible stat, but if it didn't account to winning anything at the end, then although it'd be a great stat, it doesn't come with the tangible success. And I think for us to be able to lift the trophy at Stamford Bridge that day is something that I'll look back on and be immensely proud of. It's always been Chelsea for me. I've been in the academy since I was 8, 9 maybe, and I've come through the pathway, and I had my, people say, breakout season last year under Emma, and obviously when Sonia came in I was obviously a bit apprehensive to thinking this has changed. I've never known Chelsea without Emma, and I think scoring at that final day was for me just an absolute dream come true. I think obviously we left it late. I think I did it in the FA Cup as well. I left it a bit late against Liverpool, but for me, I just remember Ash did brilliantly actually to win the ball back and play me in, and I just remember thinking, right, this is your moment, take your time, just put it in. And Niamh gives me stick all the time saying I need to finish near post, so I actually did that. And I think for me, I just remember running towards the fan, because I know being myself, I've been a fan at Stamford Bridge, and I gave some guy a hug, bless him. And I think I actually found out he's actually one of my mates. His daughter actually plays football, and I've actually met him before, so little things like that I think is really cute.
Was this season even more special because of what you speak about, that deep connection you have with Chelsea, having come through the academy, you know, now to the first team?
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, I never take for granted playing for the badge, and it's something that I hope the fans and I think the girls at Chelsea know how much the club means to me. It's something that I'm extremely proud of, that I grew up around Cobham and have been there ever since, and I had the loan spells which helped me out massively. And for Emma, I will always be so grateful for what she did for me. She kind of gave me that first stepping stone in my career in that sense.
Emma Hayes said seeing your development with Chelsea was better than winning a trophy. What was it like hearing those kind of comments, especially from a world-class manager?
Yeah, I think she said that in an interview after we played Liverpool, where we actually lost. I remember the 4-3 game, which was I think obviously that day we thought we'd effectively lost the WSL trophy, and I remember her putting an arm around me and she just said to me, I think she obviously said some really nice words, and I think I was so annoyed about the loss that I didn't ever really process what she said. And yeah, I mean, I think for someone like her to say those kind words is something that will stick with me forever, and obviously someone like Emma who's had a career in football, for her to say that is something that does mean a lot to me, and hopefully I just make her proud. And whenever I see her, I'm always grateful and make sure I say thank you for everything she's did for me, and hopefully I can just keep going on in my career.
What were the targets for Chelsea this season? Because surely you've surpassed all of expectation.
I mean, to some extent, yeah. I remember Sonia actually came in and she literally, the first minute she walked through the door, it was about winning, and I think that's where we all kind of like nodded in unison that she's the right person for this job, and I think absolute credit to her. Obviously we won 3 out of 4 trophies, 1 trophy that we didn't get, which I know for us is frustrating, but I mean, absolute credit to Arsenal. I think they executed the game plan unbelievably, and for the women's game and English football, I couldn't be happier. I think it's an incredible statement. 3 out of 4 is not bad, but for us, we're always looking for room for improvement, and hopefully can push on next year.
What was your reaction when you heard Mary Earps was retiring from international football?
Yeah, I think at first, obviously, I was shocked. I think, firstly, Mary is an incredible person, and I think it's never an easy decision, and I know for her, she's taken a lot of time to think about this, and I know for myself, being a fan watching the Euros at 2022, she had an incredible tournament, and I spoke to her yesterday actually after, and we sat down for half an hour and we just had a really genuine, like, wholesome chat, and I think I can understand why she's done it, and I hope she knows that we are all so grateful for what she's done for football, just in general. I think the women's game, for goalkeepers, on and off the pitch, she's completely and utterly been herself, and that's something I really, really admire about her. And I hope she has so much peace and that she's done the right decision. And yeah, I feel extremely lucky that although my time was short with her, I feel really lucky to have shared the pitch with her.
How big a miss will she be around the England dressing room?
Yeah, huge. I think, I've said it already, but I think Mary as a person is someone who everyone gets along with. I think she brings such a refreshing aura to the team. She's bubbly, but she's to herself. She has a really good dynamic, and the legacy she's left behind, I know she said it to me yesterday that she wanted to leave the shirt in a better place, which you could ask anyone, and I think everyone would tell you Mary's done that for sure. And I'm delighted that I got to share the pitch with her, and I know she'll be the biggest supporter for us this year, hopefully, and I know we'll hopefully do her very, very proud.
What will her legacy be for the Lionesses?
I think what she's left behind is something that so many young girls can look up to. I think Mary is such a great person on and off the pitch, and her personal accolades are incredible. Golden Glove, best keeper at the World Cup, winning FIFA best 11s, and I think that speaks for itself. And I think off the pitch, I know she's always said be unapologetically yourself, and her legacy is something that she can be extremely proud of. I think even today with the news coming out, the amount of people who were there congratulating her for her career, I feel so lucky to have been able to meet her in my career, and I know that whatever she's going to do next, she's going to enjoy it and hopefully just take some good time for herself, really.
On to England, where you've had a great 12 months. Take us back to your debut against the Republic of Ireland in July.
Yeah, so I think it was just before my birthday. And I just said, actually, I had been in a few camps before where I'd come into a few trainings but never really got the call up, and I was kind of on the cusp, just kind of trying to get the call in. And then obviously I got the call up and we had the game against Republic of Ireland, and yeah, I got the nod on around I think 80 minutes or so, and I just remember thinking, oh, just go on there and enjoy this moment you've been waiting for your whole career. And yeah, it was obviously an emotional day. I think my mum made the trip to Norwich, and my mum's obviously such a key part in my career, and I remember I came home from camp and she'd got a little postcard with the Norwich ground on it and just wrote a really cute message. And yeah, it was a day I'll always remember, and yeah, something that I'll smile back on. And I think for me as well, I did it, Jess Naz made her debut that day as well, and me and her have grown up together. She's a lovely girl, and I think for me to kind of share that moment with her was really, really sentimental, and I look back and I'll always know her for that day as well, so I think it's nice that we share that together. What
goes through your mind every time you pull on the England shirt?
For me, I put that shirt on and I think of all the people who've been there before, who've paved the way and allowed me to be in the position I'm in today. And I think it's just unity as well. You get to feel, you look at each other and you get to know that you're all doing the same thing, and you get that like almost unsaid, I don't know what the word is, but that unsaid feeling between each other that we're all going to go out there and play for the badge, and everyone's got their own people they want to make proud. And for me, it's just such a great feeling and something that I'll never, ever take lightly. I'll always cherish it.
Would you say you're an England regular now?
No, I think I had this conversation with someone, but I don't think I'll ever feel like I've made it. I'm always striving to continuously improve, and I think I'm still so young in my career and I've got so much to learn still, and I'm so aware of that. And I know for myself, I'm just focusing on the next 2 games and hopefully impressing Serena, and who knows what will happen this summer. But yeah, I'm so aware that I've got a long way to go in my career still. I'm so young and I've got a lot to learn, and hopefully I just make myself proud and can walk away with my head held high and yeah, give it my all.
The Euros is fast approaching, as you know. Confident you'll be on the plane to Switzerland?
I think for me, I'm never too confident. I like to just ride the wave of football, and hopefully I'll get there. Obviously that's the aim. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. Obviously Serena makes the call and I have to respect whatever she says, but it would be the dream, and hopefully I'll get there, but just need to focus on what I could control and staying injury free and keeping on top of my body, listening to my body. And we've had a really long season with Chelsea, and yeah, need to firstly finish this camp and hopefully get a bit of game time and impress in training, and we'll see. But yeah, not confident at all. I just got to keep it cool and keep everything around me cool.
You've already won 3 trophies with Chelsea this season. Could you win a 4th with England?
I mean, it's the dream. I think even now when I was just coming up the stairs, obviously the Euro trophy sitting down at the bottom there, and I remember being there that day as a fan watching on thinking they're going to do it, and when Chloe scored that winner, like the whole stadium erupted, and to hopefully know that we could do that again this year would be absolutely incredible. And obviously the girls who were there who did it in 2022 are still here, and they know the feeling and they know what we need to do. And I think, if I'm honest, other nations have got better, and they're gonna be up to beating us because we're the holders. But that's what happens when you're one of the best. It's what other teams want to do.
You've played under some elite managers. How does Serena compare to Emma Hayes and Sonia Bonpastor?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, I think firstly all three of them have been incredible managers, to say the least, and I think Emma's legacy at Chelsea is something that she can be immensely proud of. I think Sonia to come in her first season at the WSL to win 3 trophies is an incredible start. I don't know who else has done it really in the women's game, and I think Serena to win back-to-back Euro champions at different nations shows her quality. And for me, I just look at all three of them and think I just want to learn. I want them to teach me as much as I can and keep my ears open, be a sponge, absorb it all. And for me, I think they're also unique in their own ways, and I don't know if I could compare them because I think they're also unique. The baseline is that they all have such an unbelievable understanding of the game, and for me, I just hope that each of them know that I respect all their expertise and hopefully can learn off them the most.
How does Serena get the best out of young players in the squad?
It shows with the amount of people she's brought in. I know for me, I look at the team and I look at Chiara, I look at Grace, I look at myself, look at Michelle, who's obviously a 19-year-old who came on in her debut, scores a worldie, and I think it shows that she trusts these young players to come in and make an impact. Yeah, I think the pathway mainly. I think it shows how good the girls are getting as we come up through the age groups, and I know I really trust Serena, and I hope she knows that whatever she needs of me, I can give it my best shot and hopefully make her happy. Yeah, I think it comes down to her being a great coach and the trainings that we do. It's never as easy you just turn up to tournament football and expect to win. We work for it every single day, and I think she's so good at setting those standards, and the girls, we have to live up to it and call out each other when it's not up to there, and she does that equally, and I think that shows why she's such a world-class manager.
How has Serena been with you since your first call-up to now?
I think my first call up, obviously, she was like, "Are you nervous?" and just kind of give me the small chat of like, just relax and all that. And I think now we obviously come in and we've had a few chats about positions, and she's honest with me, and it's good, and it's building that relationship. And I feel like I've been in the setup now for, I want to say, nearly a year. And it is building that relationship, and hopefully, I don't know how long I'll be in the setup, but I'm excited to see where our relationship will go. And I know she's got my best interests at heart, and hopefully she knows that I'll give it my all, and I'm just excited to see what the next few years hold, if I'm honest.